Shalom, Shalom, giving all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rokah HaKodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom, Shalom to the elect, is brother Nakamaya from the GYM Baddies camp. Come to edify the Lord's elect, Lord, which I find. So it's gonna be a real quick lesson. I just have a Facebook post, right? And I just wanted to jump on this real quick. It says, "Listen to me, son, beware of gym woman." Right? I just want to show you this here. Take a look at that. Right? The most I really make an incredible creature, the woman. That's why many men fall by these women. Right? Take a look at that. And this we're gonna see in these gyms, right? We're gonna see these kind of wear, tight wear, skimpy wear, right? Revealing, right? And the word gym go back to gymnos, which means naked. So let me read on from the caption here. It says, "Listen to me, son, beware of gym women, especially the ones who dress and stretch in ways that force you to see their curves." Right? And we're gonna look. Alright? You're gonna show it off and we're not gonna watch. It says she's not there to work out, she's there to hunt. Which we know that is true. Alright? There's just a different platform of hoeing them. It have the social media to reveal herself, and then have the gym, a physical place where she could reveal her nakedness. Alright, it says, "And you, my son, are the prey if you don't think with your head." Some of the most ungrateful, unfaithful, disloyal, and dangerous women hide in the gym. For them, it's not fitness center, it's a hunting ground. And the targets are always men battling with lust and lacking discipline. Alright? So you had a discipline too now. Nothing wrong with running in and running out. One and move cap. Nothing wrong with that. But the time that we heading in, we didn't want to set a distraction. Right? The apostles already talk about the gym. Now, gym, thing about the gym, it have certain equipment we could work out certain area that you wouldn't have at home. Because we exercise at home, right? But it has certain gym you want to target certain areas. And with them certain areas you want to target, you're gonna have to get a certain equipment, and you might not have that at home. You might have that in a gym. Alright, so that's the reason you wanna hit that gym. Now that's certain hours when you hit certain gym. Alright, certain hours you mightn't see these bodies. These gym bodies. You mightn't see them because the hours you're going. Alright? I used to go with certain brothers. Sometimes we go 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning, hours where nobody's there. So you could have all the equipment to use on your own. Alright? So that's certain hours you could hit and you wouldn't meet the gym bodies. Now nothing wrong with going and meet some gym bodies, because some gym bodies will motivate you to push. When there's a woman watching, Jake know he had a push. And that might Jake an inspiration to push. Alright? But there's a distraction, same way it says these gym bodies they can't be trusted. Their wardrobe is weaponized. They don't dress to sweat, they dress to seduce. Many even pay gym instructors with their bodies, not money. That's their idea of appreciation. Now, we hit certain gym and we see certain, women. They always in the gym, right? They do certain workouts, but they to hunt, and we could see it. They aim at certain targets, certain men who, looking like they're having. It's a different way to shop and to hunt, a different hunting grounds that they mentioned. One, to expose her motives, tell your woman you're joining her gym session daily. Watch how her passion for fitness suddenly disappears. Her countenance will shift because you just threatened her market. She knows you're about to checkmate her silent games. Let's be honest. What are those outfits really about? Most gym wear today looks like seductive nightwear. Cleavage out, nipples outlined, and inch split into perfect halves like it's meat on display. This is not about staying fit. This is modern hookup culture with dumbbells, which is correct. And don't even get me started on the gym instructors doubling as pimps. They network single gym girls with rich married men and connect the desperate married women with sugar boys. That's another sermon on its own. Now, hear me clearly. I'm not saying your woman can't go to the gym. I'm simply telling you the truth about what happens in many of them. Do you what you do with the information is up to you, but I pray the Most High gives you discernment so you don't suffer for 603 years because you trusted in the wrong woman in leggings. Clear. So you see that? So let me bring out some scriptures because this is what gym is about, and this is something that was designed by the heathens, right? And you'll get that in First Maccabees 1. Alright, so First Maccabees 1, and we will start at verse 11. It says, in those days went out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are wronged about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward were hearing that they went to the king, who gave them a license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. So this is a heathen custom, right? Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the custom of the heathen. So these heathen had their gym, but Israel, this is not a custom in Israel, because in these gyms there's plenty of adulteries, plenty wickedness happening in these gyms. Because when your woman go to a gym, right, just like that, and she see another man working out, what if he gonna happen? She not looking at her man working out, she looking at other men working out. What gonna happen? She gonna get a likeness for some dude in there, and the days that you are not there, if you just go work out together, if you ain't as diligent as her, or you're working or whatever, and she at the gym, what you feel for gonna happen? A man might come and show you, no, this is how you work out here, this is how you do this here, and or in structure, just like this passage was emphasizing in the post. The gym instructor, these are the men likely to get you. We'll see if you are a man in form, yeah, had our abs cut out, our 8 packs cut out, you know. Yeah, that your hand, yeah, everything, you fit up, you're looking good. The woman gonna be coming your way, alright? So it's a different way of hooking up. It says, and as I mentioned, you see in here, this is not custom for Jerusalem. Jerusalem, you see, a woman supposed to be at home. We'll see that if she have a husband, she not supposed to be going on a gym. We'll see that if a woman in a gym, the things which she wearing, she not supposed to be wearing them kind of wear to show off her shape. Because a man be watching, we gonna be watching, and then it is a brother, wife, and they working out, and you're watching. When we watching, we mind is beyond say, yeah, she looking good, but I could see myself ponging out that. You understand? That's why that wouldn't be in Jerusalem. Because in Jerusalem, if you know a woman going gym, you go and go gym to get woman. And woman go and go gym to get man. And that is not our custom. The woman supposed to be at home under the authority of her husband, or on the authority of her father, and her father go sell her off to a man that he wants. See fit to lead his daughter. And this gym is just another place to breed horse. Alright? It says, so verse 12, verse 14, whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the custom of the heathen, and made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief. Alright? So this is going into what? to the gym. Now let me switch up that word gym. Let me see if you guys here. Gym. Okay, no, we don't get here. So, alright, so I'll put it up on the online etymology. Gym. Alright, gym. Short for gymnasium. Right, a place of exercise from Latin. Gymnasium, school from gymnastics from Greek gymnasium. Public place where athletes exercise and practice. Alright, gymnastics in plural, body exercise from gymnasium to exercise and train, literal to train naked. You see that? Is the point here. Literally to train naked from gymnos, naked. Alright? From a metasis of pi, suffix from naked, see, naked. Alright? And that way it go back to. You see that here? Pay watch here. Naked, nude, included, bare, empty. Right? I wanna go down to this part here. Naked. Where is it? I see this now. Naked, gym. Where is the gymnos? No, zero it. Right, from the bottom here. From the Greek gymnos, Latin nudus. Right? To be naked. So these heathens had their exercise place, which is called a gym, which is to dress naked. And that is not our custom in Israel. A woman is supposed to be dressed in model apparel, as the scripture said, right? As the scripture said. Now, we get in 1 Timothy 2. Right, 1 Timothy 2. And verse 9, it says, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel. These are women supposed to adorn themselves, especially here from the nation of Israel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair and gold and apparels of costly array. So let me pull up this in let me pull up this in the blue letter, just to go into that word shamefacedness, right? Alright, verse 9, shamefacedness. Let's go into that word. Right, a sense of shame and honor, modesty, bashfulness, reverence, regard for others, respect. Right? It says, through the idea of downcast eyes, meaning she not watching that man in her face, bashfulness. So she will look away from a man when a man is staring. Towards men, modesty, or towards God, or reverence, shame, facedness. So this is what a woman's supposed to be. Just modest, even not even looking in your eyes. You meet that gym woman and she don't dress it naked. She knows you're looking at her because she dressed for you to look at her. That is what she wearing them kind of thing for. And when you look, she not turning away. She watching you dead in your fucking eyes. You know, saying, "Come and talk to me. It's a cool scene. I like you too." You know. And it's just a means for a woman to just be hoeing, jumping from one to one. Because when you want to move, you know how you meet a woman in a gym dressing like that, and you get you easy. You want to say, "Oh, now that fella could get you just like me." So you know you're not gonna stick around. You're not gonna wife it. You go and want and move in and out, right? And then we're gonna go on. She gonna go to the next and to the next and to the next. So it's a place like a fucking whole house, a harlot house. You understand? A place of nakedness, a place for harlots, right? So if you don't like to go in a literal whole house and pay your dust, you go to a gym and you'll get you. It might cost you cheaper. You pay 400 a month and and you go and work out and it's all kind of woman you might get. But this is not the time for that for the virgin because more we on a mission. We talk more like a simple jig. A simple jig, you know about the shoot. You're looking for a bird, you know. That is a way to go and shop. That is a way you might get you. Right? But there is not the time for that. We're in a different time right now. We know scripture says high time to wake out of sleep. So we point now the distraction for men and the Lord. Because we want to work out, we want to be fit. We need lifestyle of taking care of our body. We know the times we're going into. We're gonna be like pilgrims, we learn how to fast. Right? We know to fast, we know to eat right, take care of ourselves, we just eating two, three, like 4 or 5 times a day. We not in that spirit, like the world can't go 2, 3 hours without eating. No, that is not us. And then we working out, we exercising, we going on a run. So we know that it's not the time to get distracted with the one set of woman. They will see it and using right now to keep brothers down. Just send women their way, keep them distracted. Right? So this is why lessons like this go come out to beware of these GYM Baddies, brothers. Beware the wiles of the devil. Right? What is that? Peter? Let me see if we can get that. It's first Peter, boys. Alright, let me see if we get it here. Alright, that's first Peter 5:8. It says, be sober, be vigilant. Be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, so-called white man, as a roaring lion, walking about, seeking whom he may devour. Right? Because the spiritual entity Satan, he works through a man on the earth. As Scripture saying, 2 Thessalonians, even him who's coming after the working of Satan, with all lying and all power and lying wonders and all these things, right? So Esau study us. Esau know how to keep us docile, how to keep us down. Esau knows these things. Esau knows to set up distraction, the social media, right? He set up the distraction. The scripture says the accuser of our brethren is cast down, right? And we know the spiritual entity Satan, as Yahushua tell Peter, Satan desire to sift you like wheat. But he have prayed for this. So now Satan, two armies, spiritual entity Satan, he works through Esau, the so-called white man. He also works through the woman. Remember the scripture say the woman is a weaker vessel. She's a vessel she a spirit can just jump on, she in and out. But unless she she purify herself and walking in a certain way, right, it'll be hard for these spirits to just jump in and jump out. Just like if we keeping it spiritual, being rooted, grounded, fasting, as the scripture says, these type of spirit, it can't go by but prayer and fast. If you're doing all these things, it'll be hard for Satan to use these demons against you. Alright? So the same thing with the woman. If she under the hedge of a man, or she under the hedge of the Lord, it will be hard. So this is why you have to apply yourself and purge out yourself, that Satan won't be able to, just in, out, and use you as a means again to your husband, as a woman. Right? Jump on you and just you sort of, kick back against your husband. And then after you understand his demons. Now, I had a wife, beginning in my street, and she was a virgin wife, meaning, I was the first, and these things. Right? I converted her into the gospel and all these things. But she fall out. She come and fall out, after true time. Now, I remember when Satan used to be jumping on this girl, and the only how that will calm she down is I used to take she and we go and read. Right? We used to be going reading. At that time I used to get trouble by the Akiam. They used to call me the reading prophet, boy. Because each time they come, they come to check me inside with she reading because sometimes them demons be plaguing she mind me and she's gonna kick up and I want to know what the fuck them spirits. And when I done read, we go and read through some chapters and thing. She will just calm down and be like, Salakia, Salakia. Them demons out on me. And she will acknowledge she falls after the reading. So I used to see this reading as help to calm down them demons. So if it helping these women, imagine what it would do to us. Because the scripture tell us that she was deprived. Alright? Remember that precept come out last night in the Monday night works. Job 39 and 17. It says, because Yahweh Ba'ashem had deprived her of wisdom, neither had he imparted to her understanding. We know she's a weaker vessel. Alright? That wisdom and our understanding was given to what? The men. Alright? So if the words clean up these women, the words what we could do to us men, who this really thing is about. This truth is about men. Proverbs 8 and 4, ye men I call, and his voice is the sons of men. Alright? Imagine what these words go do to us. So that is why the scripture tells us in Psalms 119 and 109 and 9, Psalms 119 and 9, wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way by taking heed thereto according to thy word. So you could read the words and then you apply it. But the scripture says, thy word have hidden thine heart, that I may not sin against thee. So it had been in your mind, constantly in your meditation, so you wouldn't go off. Alright? It's John 15 and 3. It says, now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. So these words is what cleans us up. Alright, so just a quick lesson to, beware of them gym bodies. If you're hitting the gym, you take your certain hours, even if you had a thing, one and move cap, don't get distracted by these women. It's not the time for that. Alright, as the scripture says in Romans, but 13 and 11 is high time to wake out of sleep, when our salvation is near than we believe. Alright, so it was edifying. Hope it was edifying to the Lord's elect. In closing, giving all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rokah HaKodash, and double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom. Shalom to the elect.